The federal government is giving Tampa $50 million for security during the RNC convention, but not all the city council members were thrilled about this windfall at today's meeting. Our Jeff Butera is here to explain why. Jeff?
Well, Brendan, the council has to approve any money that the city spends, including money they get through a federal grant, which is what is happening here. And while there's no real push to reject this $50 million, one council person is not happy about how it will likely be spent.
For comparison's sake, $50 million is $8 million more than the entire raised 2011 payroll. It's a lot of money for security, but
I can tell you that $50 million may not even be enough.
Tampa Assistant Police Chief Mark Hamlin, whose department will share security with the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office and the Secret Service during the RNC, says they'll use half to two-thirds of this money staffing officers, while the rest will cover equipment and technology upgrades.
When you bring into account 40,000 people into downtown, plus 15,000 journalists, plus 15,000 protesters, the odds of incidents happening when you have more people are greater.
But not everyone is thrilled with the $50 million grant. Councilwoman Mary Mulhern is concerned about where the money is going.
It's also our job to know what we're spending that on.
Instead of just security, she wants some of it spent on a homeless shelter, believing the RNC prompted the recent panhandling ordinance cracking down on the homeless. She's also worried about spending the money on security cameras and armored tanks.
I just don't like the idea of our city becoming this sort of militarized.
Chief Hamlin responded to all three of Mulhern's points. One, how the money's spent.
All of this $50 million federal grant is specifically for security for the Republican National Convention.
Two, the homeless shelter.
I'm pretty sure that the money couldn't be used for a homeless shelter.
And three, the armored vehicles.
They're absolute necessity for police work in America. What we use them for is for real life and death situations.
Now, the council agreed to accept the money on the first reading today. They'll have to pass it again on second reading. They also asked to see an outline of how TPD will spend this $50 million.